Hi, it's Tamara with Our Big Oily Family, and it's Sunday night, and we're talking about cinnamon tonight. This is our A to Z series. First off, I hope you had a great New Year's Eve, and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2017. We had some family over, got to see Winston again, yay, and played a lot of games, and it was really actually kind of hard to stay up till midnight because I was very tired, as was everyone else. So, anyway, we're going to start with the Emotions and Essential Oils book, as usual. I got that up there. There you go. So cinnamon. Cinnamon is the oil of sexual harmony. Cinnamon supports the reproductive system and helps heal sexual issues. It assists individuals in accepting their body and embracing their physical attractiveness. Cinnamon dispels fear of rejection and nurtures healthy sexuality. It rekindles sexual energies when there has been repression, trauma, or abuse. It can also bring clarity to souls who struggle with their sexual identity. Cinnamon also assists individuals in relationships where insecurities are shown by jealousy or control. It encourages the soul to let go of control and allow others to be free. Cinnamon can nurture strong relationships based on mutual love and respect. Where there are other insecurities covered by pretense, facade, and pride, cinnamon invites individuals to be honest and vulnerable, thereby allowing true intimacy to occur. So emotions addressed are body rejection, fear, controlling, jealousy, sexual abuse, sexual repression, and overactive sexuality. The companion oils are grapefruit, metabolic blend, which is our Slim and Sassy, black pepper, focus blend, which is in tune, cilantro, and patchouli. So I'm going to share my screen. All right. So here's the lovely graphic that doTERRA puts out for cinnamon bark. And let's see. So it is steam distilled from the bark. Cinnamon oil has been used as a tonic and digestive aid for more than for centuries. Geez, I can't even talk. It's closely related to cassia. It is a hot oil, so you would always want to dilute it. And if you look at the chart there, that's what the red D means, is you want to dilute it more than you normally would an oil because it can cause skin sensitivity. So here it says, so you also want to use caution when sniffing directly from the bottle if you'd like to keep your nose hairs intact. Yeah, because it is a warm oil. When diffused, the aroma is very spicy, warm, and, wait for it, cinnamony. Yeah, it is cinnamony. Imagine that, cinnamon bark being cinnamony. Most commonly used for matters of the immune system and to help the body fight off funk. Can also be useful for cleaning, air quality, and for mood support. The main constituents are cinnamaldehyde, eugenol, and phenol. Can be used aromatically, topically, and internally. And if you look at the little graphic there, that's what the A, the T, and the I stand for. The primary benefits, it promotes circulation both internally and when applied to the skin. Promotes oral health. So if you've done oil pulling before, I make little oil pulling bites ahead of time. I use a little silicone tray that they're like maybe a tablespoon of oil in each little spot. And then I add 1 drop of cinnamon. I also use myrrh and spearmint and on guard and peppermint, just any of the oils that are good for oral health. Clove is a good one too. Anyway, and then I put them in the refrigerator. So you melt it's regular coconut oil, by the way, that gets hard when it sits out. But I melt it, put it in there, and add 1 drop of oil to each little spot. And then put it in the fridge, and they'll get hard, and then I store them in a little glass jar in the refrigerator, so when I'm ready to use one, I just have to pull in and grab one out. And it's kind of nice because they're different flavored. And I never know which one I'm going to get, which is cool. But yeah, so then you just put it in your mouth, kind of chew it up because it's hard to begin with, obviously, and then you swish it around for 5 to 20 minutes, depending on how long you can swish it around. Spit it out in the garbage. Don't put it down your sink because it will eventually clog your sink. It's coconut oil, obviously. And then go brush your teeth. And boy, does it really, I notice it makes a big difference behind the bottoms of my bottom teeth. You know, when you always get that gunk in between when you get it cleaned. They feel smoother to me with my tongue. And the hygienist that I go see has also noticed that, you know, when they do that little thing where they poke your gums to measure it, they've all improved since I started to do that. So I'm going to continue my oil pulling. So cinnamon would be a great oil for that. Where was I? Let's see. So you can also use it to flavor food. Safety with this one obviously is always dilute. It's generally not suitable for children 6 and under and should be diluted for children over 6. Repeated or undiluted use can cause skin sensitization, and you want to diffuse with caution. Again, try not to inhale it directly underneath your nose, since this potent oil may irritate nasal passages. The top uses then. You could use 1 to 2 drops in a capsule to help balance blood sugar and support pancreatic health, or you could massage it directly, diluted of course, over your abdomen. For immune support, you could take it internally in a capsule, and those are those little 2-part capsules. So you want to put 1 or 2 drops in one, fill the rest of that half with carrier oil. You could use olive oil or almond oil, or I have avocado oil. That's what I normally have out on my counter. And then put the 2 pieces together, and you could take it internally. So for immune support, you could take it in a capsule, or you can massage it on the bottoms of your feet. You can diffuse aromatically to cleanse the air. For circulation support, you can apply 1 drop, diluted, of course. All of these are going to be diluted, topically to your limbs for a warming and increased blood flow sensation. For oral health, you could gargle 1 drop in water to help support oral health, or place 1 dish, and then add toothpaste. So again, like I said before, I use this in my oil pulling bites ahead of time, and they're super easy to make. I mean, it takes you all of 5 minutes, because you just need to melt the coconut oil and pour it in your little mold, and then add 1 drop of whatever oils you're using, and then stick it in the fridge. For household cleansing, you could use 2 to 3 drops in a spray bottle. You want to use a glass or a stainless steel bottle to help clean surfaces. For hormonal support, you could use it internally in a capsule for hormone support and balance for both men and women, so it could be used for either sex. For muscle soreness and pain, you could apply topically, diluted of course, to soothe any minor aches and pains. For cooking, you could add it to your favorite baking recipe. Always start with the little toothpick swirl, because you can always add more, but if you add a whole drop, it's kind of hard to get that out if you didn't want that much in there. For emotional balance, you could use this aromatically or topically to get from denied to receptive. And then I have a couple of recipes, and I will post these in the comments also of the replay. They're diffuser recipes. So one of them is, it's called the Warm and Cozy Diffuser Blend, and it has 3 drops of cinnamon bark, 2 drops of white fir, and 2 drops of clove. There's a fall-inspired, this one's actually a room spray. So in a 16-ounce glass spray bottle, you could combine 4 ounces of water, 4 ounces of witch hazel, or you could use really cheap vodka. That's what I use, because I don't normally buy witch hazel. I don't know why. It's just not something that I normally buy. And then you would add 20 drops of cinnamon, 15 drops of ginger, 15 drops of clove, 15 drops of wild orange, and 5 drops of cardamom. Then the other one is a warming and relaxing foot soak. And so you would mix 1/3 cup Epsom salts with 3 to 5 drops of cinnamon and rosemary essential oils. And then you could soak your feet. Super, super nice. Cinnamon bark is found in Clary Calm, Slim and Sassy, and our On Guard blends. And it blends well with wild orange, patchouli, and myrrh. So that's pretty much what I have. I am going to stop sharing my screen. Alaya, did you mute yourself, or can you talk? You want to unmute yourself?
I can talk now.
Okay. So you got anything to add for cinnamon?
Not really. I haven't used it, but I like the candies that we got.
Oh,
those are really, really tasty.
They're really healthy.
Very, very cinnamony.
Yeah.
But very good.
Cool. Cool. Is Winston with you?
Yeah, he's sleeping. I don't know if you can see him.
Hey, buddy.
He made a little.
Oh, did he? He said hi.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. So this is the end of this. If you're watching the replay and you have anything that you'd like to add on how you've used cinnamon, if you've got a recipe to share or anything like that, please post it in the comments. And next week, let's look this up. Didn't. Hang on. Next week is clary sage. We're talking about clary sage, which is the oil of clarity and vision. So next week, 6 o'clock, Sunday night. See you there. Have a great week. And again, Happy New Year. Bye.